What's up, y'all? Good Monday. Good to see y'all. Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know, this is TFG Tonight, and I'm your host, Mr. Haynes. And this is the best morning show that you can watch at night. Y'all listen, that's Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kenny.
I'm trying to be nice.
Black said we got two Americans.
Say to my brother Black, man, I think you could be a preacher. I ain't never heard somebody that use a curse word and then read a scripture right after.
So let me state for the record, I am a misogynist. You know,
Pull out the card, Doc. He's
and I'm a chauvinist as well. Anybody who knows me knows that.
That's right.
Now I can go back to minding my own business. Either that boy is Benjamin Button or somebody lying.
And listen, and that boy may be mentally 12, but he's 34.
You bad boy, you don't do it again.
I'll let Black articulate a little bit better than that.
Nope.
Okay.
Never mind.
It's good for the soul. It's like medicine, right?
Yeah, for real.
That's all I gotta say. I wish I had one of them applause buttons to, like it.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
And a happy Monday it is, everybody. Good to see everybody. Hey, we in this thing, and it's Monday, and we got work to do. Carl, thank you. Always a pleasure, man. Good
What
to
up,
see
CC?
y'all. Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to prolong the time because I'm on somebody's clock, and we got to go. Y'all, I want to say, again, as always, if we say something you like, please, by all means, send a little change to those, even if we're strange. It's okay, but we like it a lot. So thank y'all so much, and we got plenty to talk about, but I'm going to go and open up with Mr. Donald Trump himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to what's this? October tomorrow, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got 2 more months and we out of him. Well, listen, if you got something that you want to get somebody special for Christmas, Donald's offering shoes, Bibles, what else he selling out there?
Watches.
Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. The most recent thing is watches. What is that? TrumpWatches.com. Y'all,
Yes.
that joker selling one watch for 100 G's. I say, ain't no way. Ain't no way, man. Somebody gonna bomb though, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
Who, man? Listen, I don't understand how this dude is doing this, man. But he's killing the game. I did not know there was that many fools in this country.
Yes, it is.
Wow, y'all. So I'm just saying, listen, and I don't know if it's real or not, but that man can sell sand at the beach. You hear me? And he could actually sell it $2 for $1. I know he could. He could sell 2 up. Oh my goodness, y'all. So again, I just want to put it out there, y'all. He is one of the best salesmen I've ever seen in my lifetime, because he got you fools eating it up. Eating it up. So again, TrumpWatches.com. If you love, got what do they call them? Gag gifts. Whatever you want to do. Help folks out. Yeah. So I ain't gonna get on it because I don't want to upset sister tonight. So we won't even talk about that. We want to bring it up and just move on. I bet that's what we do. Move on. All right, listen, I got a follow-up too. Number one, apparently Amber Geiger. I don't know if Lee, you know who that is from way down there? Okay.
Never heard.
Yeah, so she's a police officer from Dallas that she on a black guy who his name was
Bolton John,
and she shot him in his own house. And actually she's up for parole today.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, and today is the day she can actually file, or is it a file or apply, whatever.
Apply for parole.
For parole. And I just wanted to ask you guys, because if she got it, she's 5 years in. I did not. That thing went really fast.
It really did.
Yeah, and so she's actually doing 10 altogether. And I was wondering, because I saw people today, they're still upset the fact that if she did the crime and she do the time, why are we still upset? What is that? Is that legit, Kenny?
I think we upset just because of the circumstance of how it went down. I mean, if you followed that story, I had just started working at CBS 11 in Dallas, not too far after that happened. And just the circumstances and just all that is like, it's another situation where a cop gets off killing a person of color, and she only gets a slap on the wrist. And then the other part about that is most likely she's probably going to be able to get a job again in some sort of law enforcement capacity. I know they said that I think they take her piece on, but granted, it's a good old boy, good old woman network. Somebody's probably going to hire her in some sort of capacity as far as when it concerns the law enforcement. So that's why we feel some type of way about it.
Right. Carol said she said I was going to say it's only been 5 years and it wasn't enough. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's I guess we got to answer again. We're still ruining from the fact that again there was a police officer and she's going to come out, and again most felons come out right and they have a hard time finding jobs. Right. So I guess again you're right. It's that double standard. I mean, Black, what would be another reason, man, why people would be upset? Because they found her guilty. I mean, my goodness, I don't know how you wouldn't without the camera and all the other kind of stuff, but but
they found her guilty on a lesser charge, though, Brother Brenton.
And listen, I'm not arguing none of that.
Okay, all right.
I'm not arguing none of that.
Okay.
I'm not here to advocate for that woman, not now bit, but I just said to myself, why are we still upset? Not that I don't understand. I'm just saying, why are we still upset? Just for conversation. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm because I guess I'm not familiar with the case. Mm-hmm. This one really kind of got by me, but I think, but I think people complain about everything now.
They do, yeah.
So
they do. Yeah.
In many ways, I think we know too much about shit.
We know too much. Is that what it is?
I do. Knowledge is power, and it's everything. But in so many ways, I miss the good old days when we didn't know everything, because now we know so much about people and what's happening in the immediacy of it, until it just allows the opinions to flow sometimes to our detriment. So.
No,
that's a valid point. That's a valid point, actually. I kind of agree with you, brother.
I'm with you. Again, it just came up on us because again, the family's gonna have to go up and give their statements of why they feel like she shouldn't get out. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be hard pressed, man, because like you said, she got lesser charges. They let her do her time, but that's the thing about them. See, when we do our time, and then you come out and you get more time. Because you got to find a job. She get out. It's just like what Monopoly. You just pass go. Just collect $200 and get on back to your life.
Absolutely.
Right. So it's a little different. Again, y'all know we don't race bait, but we ain't gonna sit around here and pretend like this stuff ain't happening. Right. Okay. So yeah, that is okay. One more follow up. Turkey Leg Hut.
Boy, that ain't no but a mess down there, brother. Good Lord.
It's funny how the church getting everybody business. I said, man, okay, the dude, what's that singer name?
James Fortune. James Fortune.
Brother had an old misfortune, didn't he? What's up, Mr. Jackson?
Yeah. What up, brother Jack?
Yeah, man. He had a little misfortune, and he invested in the Turkey Leg Hut, and I guess for face value, they're doing pretty good, but that's something about them. They cannot do business. Black said all the time he don't like doing business with you niggas.
That's he shows.
That's what he tells us. He don't like doing business with you niggas.
I believe he said it last week. Wasn't it last week?
That's right. That's right.
And I'm gonna let him go first because you know why? Y'all prove this man right every time. This man talk to y'all about this doing business with y'all. So Turkey Leg, y'all know they went under because the wife and the husband they went their separate ways, but apparently old girl asked the James Fortune and his wife for some money to help him, and come to find out what he gave him, like $300,000.
$300,000.
What a gospel singer! I thought gospel singers didn't get paid. You know what I'm saying?
No, Brother Brenton. No, they get paid.
Do they get paid?
They get that bread.
I know a few of them, and they ain't doing too. They ain't doing as well as James. You know what I'm saying?
Kirk
But
Franklin, believe me, Kirk Franklin
well,
and Ty Tribbett and all them cats getting paid. Come
well,
on.
yeah,
now.
that is a different epsilon. But yeah, but
Yeah.
look, but Black, again, I guess I'll let you reinforce. Why do we not work with niggas?
It's sad to me because I think it's ingrained in us to take each other for granted, and the effects of slavery is still felt and inbred in us, that when it comes to white people and other races, there is a built-in modem, and we grow up with it that, oh, he doing his white voice, you know, and this, that, and the other. But the moment we see each other, there's a tendency to let our guards down and to take each other for granted. Oh, you know what this is. I don't have to give you my best because you know my struggle, and so I can cut a few corners with you, and it's just sad. But the other part of it for me is that even as we have elevated and become more successful, we're still the same culture that we just don't reach back and help each other up. And that crab in the barrel mentality manifests itself in those ways as well, that we just don't do those last steps. And I recently moved and I went with a white company because I said this a million times, in other races, I'm including them. They might hate your guts, but they're not going to mess up their name, reputation, or their money. Right. But when it comes to us, we will cross a line of not giving effiness about it, and to our own detriment. We're our own worst enemy. We really are.
Yeah. All right, there she is. She back. But this is what I want to say to you, Black. Are they not par for the course? I mean, that's where the standard starts, with them. They the one who set the standard. They set the bar of what it's supposed to look like. And again, we're just trying to reach it. So I don't know if I would say we trying to act like them. I guess they the standard. That, like you said, to your point, you like them.
But we stop teaching from when we're young. We have to be twice as good as them just to keep up.
I'm with you.
Me and my nephew was having this conversation the other day. We're no longer teaching soft skills. It's a combination of things. We're living in the TikTok generation where we want it fast, we want it quick, and we've lost the art of customer service, of how you treat people and those things. And again, you're right. Even though if they've set the standard, we have to be twice as good. When will we learn the game is rigged? You made a reference to Go Pass Go. It's all around us and evidenced in P. Diddy being locked up and this man running for president. Embedded in this show, we're in two Americas. When are we going to wake up and recognize we're playing a different game? We're in a different game. It's a different race for us.
Yeah. Kenny, I mean, was it a bad investment, or did he get what he asked for? Because I mean, you know,
it definitely was a jive turkey. That wasn't no real turkey. He invested in a doggone jive turkey. Yeah, but you know what? I want to reiterate what my brother Black has said. I think, and I've said this before, I think desegregation is probably the worst thing that ever happened to us as a people, because we didn't have to start doing good business with each other. We were doing business with each other. We were thriving in our neighborhoods with our own Black-owned businesses. But once, we moved out to the suburbs and we were able to go to the Dillards and all this other stuff, we expect them to give us 100% business. But then Black made a very good point about when we do business with each other, we just expect, they know me. This is my brother and my sister. I'm gonna kind of do it this way. They'll be all right. I may not have it all together. And if you're gonna give your best, you damn so you want to give it your best to the people that look like you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what in my opinion. So
yeah, and sister, I'm gonna give it to you on this side, because I got a partner of mine. He's an entrepreneur, and he said the next time our people want us to do something for free, just remember that they would have paid somebody from another race money to do the same thing they want you to do for free.
Right.
That's a very good point. And I missed the topic. but I think about all my friends and family members who have wanted services from me for free.
Yeah.
You know, a hookup for whatever it is I may do. And you're right. Like, at least ask me for a discount. I mean, my God. But no, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about the turkey leg guy with the James Fortune them. Hey, Miss Tori, good to see you. Peace and blessings to you as well.
What's going on?
Yeah. So again, before y'all, give in to folks wanting you to give them something for free, just know they gonna pay. They would have paid somebody else to get them whatever they trying to get from you. I promise you that for sure. So, all right. Well, we gonna move on from all that because listen, turkey leg gone, and so is James Fortune.
Right. no pun intended.
Oh, it's definitely some pun right there. Yes, sir.
It's pun intended, right?
Yes, sir. Definitely. What you say, Jackson? It is unfortunate, but wealth seems to be becoming a new form of division in society, much like race has been. Yeah. Oh man, classism for me has always been a bigger issue than racism. I've said that since what it is when we first started this show.
You said that since I was getting ready to say
on
that
the show.
We started the show.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a minute. Yeah, so always how disrespectful. What is her name? Tokyo Tanya?
Who is that?
I don't know. I think she's somebody's famous mama. Black China.
Oh, that's Black China mama. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
That's
Black China. That's Black China mama. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So apparently she has now become, I don't know if it's famous or infamous for beating up, I guess, Black China boyfriend. Is that right, sister? I know you stay in them streets.
You know what? I ain't never heard that.
Oh, okay.
I don't put it past her though.
Listen, she shows receipts and everything. I mean, homeboy had a black eye. He was trying to swear up that Black China beat him up. And I just feel like I'm digging in somebody's business right now.
Yeah, it do.
But my point is that I'm asking this question: is it more disrespectful for a man to be beat up by a woman, or again, and are we giving women a pass now, or is it now fair? We've talked about putting our hands on women before, but I just don't understand. Is that more disrespectful now for a woman to whoop a man? Because I just don't. I personally don't see how a man can be whooped by a woman unless she a transgender. And I don't mean no harm, y'all. I'm just telling y'all that's unless her name was once Tony and now it's Tony with an I. I don't know. Right. I mean, is that more? I know, Kenny. I know how you feel about that, but look at
how I feel about it.
Well, because I remember I know you've expressed at times past how people think it's less consequential for women to abuse men than it is. Yeah. So we said that there was a double standard there.
There definitely is a double standard. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I know that's how you kind of approach it. But you back with us? I see you over there. Look like you over there selling merchandise or something.
Depositing a check.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
My man. That's what I'm talking about.
My man.
Yes, sir. I ain't getting that QT drink. So I mean, Black, how it feel? Is it more disrespectful for a woman to whoop a man?
To me, not in this day and age. And I think it's time we revised our thinking that we're the stronger, bigger sex. These bitches eat the same shit that we eat, and women trying to break up two women fighting is way harder than two men. First of all, we got these bitch ass dude generation that's generated now. Look at two guys fighting, all that huffing and puffing. These bitches be going to work. I tell you what, if I fight one of these hoes, she gonna get my fat black ass on the ground. I'm gonna fight that bitch just like a man, and I'm gonna try to knock her ass out. Hell to the no.
Man, that is okay. All right, sister. Is it more disrespectful?
I'm just telling you.
I think it's the same, and I think we should play on an even playing field. I'm just gonna be honest. I just think of it like this. Put me. I'm not a very big person. I think I weigh 140, and put me in a room with Black, and I think I'm gonna fight Black. If Black don't hit me, it's because either Black don't want to hurt me or Black don't want to go to jail. because even if I'm going in on him, I might not even leave a mark. But if he get mad enough and haul off and knock my ass out, I'm gonna call the police and he going to jail, even though I've been welling in on him. You know what I'm saying? So I think I should have to go to jail for fighting him just as much as he would have to go to jail for fighting me. I think it's all fair. If I slap the shit out of him, slap the shit back out of me. What? I can't say nothing.
All right. Well, okay, Kenny, I'm gonna just lean to this way. I mean, in the boxing and the UFC, you got your weight classes. Right. We feel a little bit better if they were in the same weight class.
Now, I think I agree. I think if you're in the same weight class, I think hey, all bets are off. Hey, you gonna get these things, and I'm gonna give them to you. If you're gonna give them to me, I'm gonna have to take them. So I agree. If you're in the same weight class, then all bets are off in that point.
All right, Tori said when Tokyo Tony was stripping in DC back in the day, she used to be. Oh man, she a tough man. That's a tough cookie right there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'll say this now. If I'm fooling with a girl my size, I just know that probably not happening in the first place. So it just I'm like Eddie Murphy on Harlem Nights. Vera, put it down. I'm gonna shoot that pinky toe off, girl. You gotta stop playing. So again, all right. Well, I guess it'd be all right if they do the same weight class. We headed there though. These transgender, so we get to see it. I guess. All right, listen, Gen Z for the win. Maybe I don't know, but apparently, and it's funny how life has now come full circle, where we've talked about this back in the 90s. Having kids having kids, and now these kids are coming of age and they graduate from college and going into the workforce. Mm-hmm. But apparently, these bosses are not having it from them. They're firing them.
I read that article.
Okay, so set it up for us. What was going on, and give me your thoughts about it.
In a nutshell, I'm a 56-year-old man, and I used to live in fear that I would be replaced because there should be the natural progression of a whole new crop of young people taking my place. Mm-hmm. But what happened is corporate America went out and hired all of these young people, Gen Z, and they find out they have a different work ethic than we do. Yeah. They have a different mindset than we do. Mm-hmm. And they are not able to take these companies to the next level. And now to self-correct, companies are firing these young people. Yes. They're letting them go.
Yes. See, sister, college is not teaching kids how to work. And again, as much as we don't like where we come from, there was a work ethic that these kids don't have. They've never seen it. Listen, mine do, because I don't play that, but they're spoiled, they're entitled, and they turning these careers into daycares. And it's like, and people were commenting and people were saying, they're having to train these kids, and these kids always arguing about what they don't. Lunch only 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Lunch. What you mean? I need to get off. I got stuff to do. I got to go to my. And so they tripping. Right. Mm-hmm. But again, y'all got to remember, we was talking about this. I mean, at least 2 or 3 years ago, that when you kids raising kids, now they adults and they still kids. Because ain't nobody showing them nothing. So, I mean, what's your thoughts on that, sister?
I think that somebody told Gen Z, I'm saying somebody, social media, that they feelings matter more than paying their bills. And that's where they got screwed up, because I always taught my children good work ethic, and then they got into the world and got into social media, and somewhere they decided that if it don't protect their peace, they're not going to do it. But you can't take peace to TU Electric. So got to change somehow.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm literally having to talk 2 of my kids off the cliff almost every other week. I need to get this. Why y'all? Shut up. You just been at work 6 months. Got a pension, and you hollering about you finna go find something else to do.
Man.
Don't let me break that up. Would you like to come show them who I'm talking to? Oh, I didn't think so. I ain't lying. I be trying to talk them off the ledge, man. It's like, no. You don't even understand. Like, chill out. Like, y'all don't even know how good y'all got it sometimes. But again, Kenny, I mean, what you thinking about this?
Man, you know, I'm not shocked at all because I've ran into quite a few, especially being a substitute teacher. You hear conversations coming from this Gen Z generation. And let me tell you something. These, as my brother Black down there would say, these little MFs, they already think they know everything. They already feel like they have arrived. They think that you can't tell them nothing. Oh, you old school. You don't know.
Don't get the comment.
That kind of stuff. So I think a lot of these employers are finding out, even though these guys, these Gen Zers, have some book sense. They got a degree, but they don't have the basic knowledge or the basic work ethic to even learn the job that supposedly they got their degree in. Yes. They don't have a clue. And again, they think that the world revolves around them. I can't work till no 5 o'clock. I can't work overtime. I gotta go do this. Bruh. I got my TikTok. I gotta go do all this kind of stuff. So I am not shocked at all. And see, now the old dogs like me and Black, oh, now y'all wanted us to stay around a little longer.
Bruh. I met a lady the other day. She's 48 and about to change jobs. I said, how you doing? You going from medical field, then you going to AT&T? I say they hiring you at that, and then this situation comes up, right? And it's funny. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Here it is, Kenny. This one of these conversations I always keep going a little long. But you know, one of my kids, they get to work, and again, she's so young. Folks are like wondering how did she get here so young, and their problems she can't relate to them because they're like got a lot of bills or they got a whole lot of kids, and they chomping at the bit for this overtime. And they trying to force my kid to get overtime. She's like, I don't want no overtime.
Right.
And she's like, they like, why you don't want no overtime? Because she don't need it. Because I'm teaching her differently than y'all are. Y'all ran out there. And again, now you got all these, the workforce forces you because they give you this money and then you done bought all this stuff. And it's like, no, somebody should have taught y'all. And it's really weird now when you see all this kind of stuff going on. And so it's just crazy. So I just found that really interesting.
Let me add one quick thing. I just want to add one quick thing.
Yeah.
Not even 20 minutes ago, I was just texting on my phone. I got 2 friends out of work right now. One's in his early 30s, and one is 55 years old. My 55-year-old co-worker, talked to him over the weekend, told him what to do, blah, 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 blah. He's driving Uber. He has a 12-year-old son. He's doing whatever it takes to make ends meet. I don't want to drive Uber, but man, I got to do what I got to do. The 32-year-old just asked me, not even 15 minutes ago, he asked me, said, I got to look for that. He just reached me out the blue when the show started. You know what he just asked me via text? What's the title and does it pay at least $60,000 a year? I can't make this up. I can't make this up.
There.
Entry level,
I cannot make this up. In those words, he's basically telling, I can't make this up, folks watching this. He's telling me in so many words, unless it has a title and pay him at least $60,000, he ain't interested.
No, you right. You right. Listen, my son.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but I just have to bring up I actually was talking to my husband's boss. I met them like for lunch, and he hired some young dude, like late 20s, early 30s, and hired him at over 6 figures, by the way, without a degree, but has to get a degree after so some jobs like this job I'm kind of doing now, they making me get like a freaking MBA after I got a bunch of degrees already, but you got like 3 years to get it or whatever. But anyhow, he said that dude wrote him a letter and wrote a proposal asking him, how can I do what you do? This was 2 levels up.
What?
And he didn't want to be at the entry level.
God.
Wow.
Can't make this up. Can't make this up.
Man, listen, my son is still in high school. Okay, and we're gonna move on after this. But it's just really interesting to talk about the way they think now. He's still in high school, you know, he still got the same job doing the food stuff. And he was going in to become like a team lead. And he's like, Dad, how much should I ask him for? I said, no, son, that ain't what this is. But you at least want $1 or something. You ain't gonna get no. I mean, if they give you, well, I'm gonna say $2. No, son, it don't work like this, son. It's just whatever they give you for. I said, I don't know, but I'm just saying, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Man, don't get fired, dude. Come on. Don't get fired, dude. I say just, whatever they get, you just accept it and just move on.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Let me say this. I blame a lot of this on the employers as well. I know they firing them, but my thing is you want to hire cheap, so you want to go younger.
That is
so
true.
You won't have to pay. You don't want to pay experienced people. But now this is what you get.
Paying for it.
You kick some of the experienced people because you don't want to pay them, and now this is what you get. So it is what it is. You get what you pay for. That's what
It's
true.
Yeah,
it's true.
It is really interesting now to see those kids growing up now and the problems now that are arising from this.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So, all right, y'all. Well, listen, it's time. Apparently, I didn't do good in these picks, so I guess Kenny gonna.
No. You and Black, y'all did good.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to that in the end. We're gonna talk about something that's got something to do. Speaking of which, that was a perfect segue because what we're gonna talk about tonight is we're talking about the NIL at the college level. The big story last week was this quarterback, Matthew Sluka, former quarterback of UNLV, led the team to an undefeated record, 3-0. Well, according to reports, he was a transfer from Holy Cross, and he was recruited to UNLV. According to his people, that they promised him $100,000 in NIL money. Well, he comes to UNLV, never received the $100,000. So after the third game, he put out on his social media account, thanks UNLV for all the love, but due to none of the stipulations that were told to me that brought me here, that I will no longer be playing at UNLV. I will take my red shirt year and I will go elsewhere. Thanks for all that you've done. Sincerely, Matthew Sluka. So that is part of this new NIL deal, and I found it interesting. Like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm gonna start with Miss Devin. What do you think about this young man saying, "The hell with my teammates. I didn't get my paper. I'm out of here." What's your thoughts on this?
They just get on my goddamn nerves. Have we got far enough in this for me to just say how I really feel? Like, ain't nobody grateful for a damn thing. Like, they are just so spoiled, rotten. You know what I'm saying? And what's so bad about it? Even if they gave him everything they wanted, he probably would have said, "Damn, I should have asked for more."
More?
Yeah. That's true.
That's great.
Yeah. Now, Brother Black. Now, this is what Sluka alleges. He alleges during his recruitment, an assistant coach made that promise of $100,000 to him, not the NIL collective at UNLV, not the head coach. It was an assistant coach.
Got hustled.
None of this was in writing. So is UNLV are they at fault, or whose fault is this? Is there miscommunication? What's your thoughts on that?
I guess if we want to be technical, they left themselves a way out, but it's no way they didn't know what was said. I don't believe for one moment they didn't know what the assistant coach promised this young man. Now, he wasn't business savvy enough to get this in writing. So they basically, in my opinion, I would have done the same thing. Look, if he's not going to say nothing, I'm not going to say nothing.
Right.
But this is where you open the door, though, to situations like this, because the inmates are running the asylum now. You know, once you open those floodgates and you made it about money, one of the things that college sports used to be about was the love of the game.
Yeah.
It's polluted now.
Yeah.
Because the moment you introduce greed and individual accolades, and where somebody can make a living off of their image and likeness, it no longer, now you've polluted what once was as pure as it probably could get. You know, and I, for one, miss the good old days when, you know, you had to play for the love of the game and get to the next level to prove yourself. But now, what does it say that you got college kids, and some, you know, even before they get to college, making more money than the coach? How in the, to Devin's point, how in the hell is that coach going to tell them something that they're coming in driving Maybachs and Rolls Royces, and their bank accounts are worth multiple six figures, and you expect them to listen to you? And so we're creating monsters at the early stage.
Good, valid point. And let me say this: I don't have a problem with name, image, and likeness because I do know that these colleges are making billions of dollars off of these athletes.
I agree.
So,
I agree with you.
so I want to say that, but I definitely agree with you. What you're saying, Black. It's become a business now that used to be more of a pureness and an amateur of the game. I get that. You're right on that. Brother Brenton, you played high school football. You know what it is about being a team, being on a team, being part of that team. Is another school going to even want this young man in their program because basically he quit on his team?
I don't see.
Would you want him on your team?
Again, am I getting Kobe or am I getting one of them ball boys, Lonzo or something? Again, it just all depends. What you bringing, son? You know
okay, I got you.
Yeah, because again, this is a thing. But this is what I want to say about this. What these kids are not realizing, this is just business 101. If you take more money from the company, they're gonna want more out of you.
That's true.
They're gonna expect more out of you, right? So again, I remember my wife. She was working somewhere and she was getting ready to leave because for whatever, I can't remember what it was, but her supervisor offered her more money, like a bonus, and we took it. She had to stay, but she had to stay like another 2 years, and so she did it. But then, okay, I need you to do this. Can you stay late now? Can you do it? There was more things now, right? And that's the game that they play. And see, what these kids don't understand, y'all finna want this money, but then you're gonna get that pressure. Dak Prescott taking all that money, and man, these folk can't wait to clown him every game and he don't do good in because he done took all this money.
Very true.
But right. Jerry, he is the money, and it just falls. But again, it's that pressure, man. They're gonna expect you hurt. No, not after that 150 we just gave. You can't be hurt. Oh no, you'll be all right tomorrow. And again, y'all don't even understand. They don't even understand what they finna get themselves into, man. These kids gonna be doing some things today that y'all don't know what that money does to people. And again, they're gonna expect more out of y'all. So again, y'all be careful when y'all want this money.
All right. Well, this is going to be an ongoing conversation because the NIL, there is really no rules and regulations with the way these players can go. They can switch them. Yeah, so they're going to have to figure this out, how they can monitor that. And so we're definitely going to keep you on top of that. Now, let's get to our picks from last week. If you all know that we have a TFG Tonight Pick 3 NFL that I started last week, and week 4 was our first week. And in first place, I have to say, Lady D, she got them all right. She is 3-0. She picked every game correctly from last week. Brother Black and Brother Brenton are 2-1.
Okay.
The only one that you guys missed was, I believe, the Saints and the Falcons. The Falcons won that game.
Which was crazy. That's so
and
crazy.
Guess what? The sports guru himself is bringing up the rear at 1-2. Myself. There you have it. So, hey, because I am the sports guru don't necessarily mean I know what the hell I'm talking about.
You just know how to talk about it. That's
I know how to talk. I can talk a good game.
Yes,
you feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, all right, we're getting ready for our week 5 picks. If y'all don't know, we're doing this to the end of the regular season. Whoever has the best record, I will contribute to their Cash App lunch on the Sports Guy. So right now, Lady D is in first place at 3-0. Black and Brenton are 2-1, and I am again bringing up the rear at 1-2. Now, next week, my 3 games I've picked: Buffalo at the Texans, the Bills at the Texans. We got the Cowboys at the Steelers. And we got the Ravens at the Bengals. Those are our 3 games next week. Since Lady D's in first place, ladies first. First with you, Buffalo, the Bills at Texans. Who you got?
The Texans.
You got the Texans. All right. Brenton, who you got?
I'm going to go with Devin. No, I'm just playing the Texans.
You go with Texans. Brother Black, who you got?
I'm going with Buffalo.
Going with the Bills.
Man, you didn't see that shellacking they took just
And that's why
Yeah.
I'm going with
shoot.
And you know what? This is an interesting one too because Stephon Diggs, who is a wide receiver for the Texans,
That's
is going
right.
against his old team, Buffalo.
That's right. That's gonna be
I
a
think
problem.
I'm going with Brother Black. I think I'm going with the Bills. I think the Texans should have lost Sunday.
They should
Jaguars,
have.
they messed that up. All right. Cowboys at the Steelers. Lady D, who you got?
Steelers.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I feel
Yes.
you. All right. Brenton, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the same. I'm gonna have to say the Steelers because what ain't he hurt?
Yeah.
Parsons.
Yeah. Parsons won't play. He won't
Ain't
play
got-
next Sunday
Ain't
night.
got no chance.
Okay.
got no
Brother
chance.
Black, who you got?
I'm going with the Cowboys.
No way, sir.
Whoa.
I'm going with the
Okay.
Cowboys. There ain't no way that Dak. No, come on. I'm going with the Cowboys.
Man, that's
Okay.
still curtain still there. Maybe short, but it's still there.
Hey man, I'm riding with Brenton and Devin on this one. I'm going with the Steelers.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I just think Cowboys defense is going to be hurting
Oh
next
man.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, our last pick game: Ravens at the Bengals. Lady D, who you got?
I have no idea. Ravens. I don't know.
And that's been working for you. You 3-0.
Yeah, that I don't know. She 3-0 because I don't know. That's
Right. Brother Brenton, what you got?
Who
you got?
Again, I'm
Ravens
gonna have to
at
agree
the
with her
Bengals.
though. It's the Ravens. Listen,
Yeah.
Derrick Henry has
Yeah.
his eyes is opened up now. So
I
he's
know,
seeing that
right?
feeling. Oh my goodness.
The resurrection of Derrick Henry.
Bengals
Brother
in
Black, who
trouble.
you got? Ravens
Clean
at
sweep.
Bengals.
Ravens. Joe is finding his way, and that's my dude. But
Mhm.
not this week. The Ravens have found a formula that I think they can ride for a little minute.
I'm with you. It's a clean sweep. I'm going with the Ravens as well. So those are our pick 3 for next Monday. You make sure y'all come back and watch and see if Lady D is still going to be in first place in this
And
race.
will.
All right. Okay.
You know what?
Little confident out here, little grasshopper.
Carter B gave it to me. She boosted my confidence.
I'm gonna give it back to you, Brenton. I said we talking about Cardi B. That's totally all right. Let's get out of here.
Get out of here, please. On that note,
Yeah.
thank you. Well, listen, and she up next anyway, so it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Since she is, Andy is, but I will say this, man. I think the Ravens gonna end up winning now since Kansas City they lost Rice, man.
I still can't give them.
But it's still early. It's still early, bro. We only in week 4, man. We still got 13 more weeks. So I don't know.
All right, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. Okay. All right, sister. Who business you digging in? Oh, I guess I should put your thing up here. I apologize. Mm-hmm.
It don't even matter, y'all, because I really was minding my business. And then Cardi B and Offset, they put us in the group chat. Y'all know Offset been cheating on Cardi B since '87, and I think they was born that year. And Cardi B just gave birth last weekend, the other day, a few minutes ago, and this fool been cheating on her the whole time. But he blasted her on the internet because he said that she's been cheating on him, and she actually cheated while she was pregnant in an effort to embarrass her or insult her. And Cardi B went in and she read that man for filth better than I could ever. And her response to cheating was, and did. My opinion may differ. I mean, no, I love her read, but my opinion of the way everything happened and what actually happened may differ from a lot of people. But you know what? I'm going to start with Black. I need to know, we know there's a double standard, right? But what I'm going to ask you, because I want you to be honest. I don't want you to be honest. Was I'm not even going to ask you that question. I'm going to save it for Ken. Was Cardi B wrong for her get back?
Was she wrong for her get back? For me, she has zero credibility. None. I used to really like her. This is a toxic, normal relationship of this era where they've both been cheating on each other, but you continue to have kids with this man. This is not the first time he's cheated on you, but you continue to procreate with this person that has demonstrated before that he's cheated, wasn't going to be faithful. And so the fact that you continue to lay down with him and whatever, I get her, even get their reasons. You know, maybe she don't want strange dick, so she want to keep it in the family. And maybe there's some psychotic reason I want all my kids to have the same father. But he's not the pantheon of fidelity out there. You know this. So you can read him all you want to. He continues to stuff himself down your head and tail and plant seeds in that no good pussy. And the only thing you good for is sucking a good dick, you nasty, filthy bitch, you. So I don't respect her, not at all.
All right, and
This is
that's exactly what I expected from Black. So I'm not even shocked. But Kim,
And I meant
wanted to
every
ask-
bit of that.
I
But
do.
that's
didn't
not
wanna
to say.
ask Black.
I meant that,
He
but
was
that's
gonna say
not to
the
say I
same
wouldn't take some of that
exact-
pussy, though. I'll take a piece of it.
Okay. I'll be honest. I would rather her not have sex with anyone while she's pregnant, including Offset, because he has contaminated peen. And you don't know what other peen is contaminated, and not for any patriarchal reason or anything like that, just because you are pregnant and whatever can happen to you can happen to your baby. But what people annoyed me was, what is the difference between her having sex with Offset, who is sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the streets, and having sex with a man that may be decent and is only engaging in sex with her if she's dead?
If she's different, you said.
You broke up at
if
the
she's
end.
dead set on having a
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh,
If she's
okay.
dead set on having a sexual relationship with someone, what's the difference?
Mm-hmm. Who are you asking that question to?
Man,
Oh, okay.
you know, I just think as, God damn, this is a tough one. Because this is the double standard again, man. I just think that men can do ish that women can't do. And I'm just being honest with you. I just think that the get back to me for her wouldn't be having sex with another man, would be just kicking that sucker to the curb and keep it moving, and not even addressing him. Let him go spread his peen to other women. That's what you want to do. Cool. But I'm not going ready to get this get back. Okay, you cheated on me. Now I got to cheat on you. When you pregnant, nah, baby, don't do it that route. Nah, don't do that route. Go a whole different route.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
okay. Brenton, how would you judge her at this point if they decided to get back together after all this chaos and confusion?
They deserve each other.
Guilty, yeah. Just that simple. Yes, sir. That's it. You kill. As I've heard before, y'all deserve each other.
Yep.
Y'all deserve each other. So that's all I got for them. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for that baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And that's the part about it.
That's
These innocent children. Yeah.
I personally, you're right. I personally don't believe Cardi B cheated on him while she was pregnant. I think she just said it to make him angry, because she said a lot of things to make him angry. She also implied that she had a relationship with Takeoff before he died. She was just in her anger phase. She was in her full fresh Libra, and she was just on some get back and just being super like petty. So I don't believe she cheated on him while she was pregnant. I think she was just trying to make him angry. But I do love that in 2024, we're kind of changing that narrative of that double standard. Because let's be honest, a lot of that reason that women can't and men can is all patriarchy, because we all sharing juices in the at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of is what it is. But I do love that she had get back for him, and she did not allow him to humiliate her on the internet by putting her business out there. She put her own business out there and added 20 to it. So if for that reason alone, I respect her, and I'm waiting on part 2, and I pray to God it's not them getting back together. And now I'm gonna go back to minding my business.
Before you go back to that, Devin, you said something interesting in there. You said something about Libra energy. You're a Libra, right?
Sure the hell am.
So would Joe Get Back be similar to Cardi B?
Oh God, yes.
Maybe a little worse. I'm gonna bring his mama into it. His sisters, his cousin. I'm gonna talk about everybody. I'm gonna tell his boss that he been stealing copy paper and supplies from work. It's gonna be even worse.
Devin ain't playing. D ain't playing.
All right.
D ain't playing.
What worse? I get it.
You know what? I
had to ask, but I kind of knew the answer. But I just had to ask.
You know, I am today years old when I thought I did not know Kenny was this messy. It's messy. I did not know Kenny was messy like that. I wouldn't have believed Kenny is messy. I didn't know that, but that's all right. That's all right. Maybe you got to be a little bit right when you're doing it in the industry you in. All right. Well, listen.
You right. You do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, listen. God help us all. I got a video for us, and I just want to show it. Miss Toria said, "Me too, Devin." Exactly. All of that, and some might hire.
Wow,
Miss Toria. Oh,
Miss Toria.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know what? And some men would think that they would feel proud of that because the only reason y'all getting upset because that thing must have been fire. I'm just saying.
I know that's right.
Just give it to him.
That's it right. Then. Just let them have it then, honey, because we'll take it. But listen, all right. I'm gonna show us this video, and then I got a question for us. So I don't know how many of y'all have experienced this, but I'm sure Kenny and probably Devin have seen this before. I don't know about Lee. Mm-hmm. Lee probably in that kitchen.
Seen it.
Okay, Lee probably was in that kitchen beating up some biscuits or something. So let's take a look at this video. Let's talk about this.
Because there's a company that owe you a check, they have to cut it. Okay, see that? Couldn't have known that. I couldn't have known that.
I know it was quick, and let me just commentate for just a second. So the man with the microphone is the preacher. And he's talking to this other man, and he's supposed to be telling this man something that only he would know. And so he's telling this man that check you're supposed to be getting, it's already in the mail.
Okay.
Now the dummy passes out.
Yeah, he passes out. Yeah.
Right. I'm not sure why. Again, my boy just put a check in the bank while on the TV show. So again, money just happens. So again, I'll let y'all see it now with the commentary so you can see what's going on. And I just want to ask some questions because I want to know who's the bigger problem here. So let's watch it one more time.
Because there's a company that owe you a check, they have to cut it. Okay, see that? Couldn't have known that. I couldn't have known that.
Devin, if somebody telling you somebody owe you some money and they got to cut you the check right now, why would you need to fall out? I don't know what the energy is behind that.
I don't know, but isn't that the same as when the magician pick out the right card or guess what's behind your back? Like I just don't. I don't get it. I don't really get it. Like that was so random. If you want to make me believe, tell me how much the check is and what company is sending it to me. See, I gotta tell you that. I don't understand it.
Okay. But the problem is the difference. I'm telling you, the difference is at least the magician will tell you it's a trick. These fools, I guarantee that fool didn't get no check. Listen, I promise you. All he got was I forgot what happened. I mean, Black, I don't know if you're familiar with these type of antics. Okay. Who's the bigger problem? The fool for acting like people. Okay, work it out.
I mean, this reminds me of, let's think back to an episode of Good Times.
I was just thinking that, Black. I was just thinking
That's my brother from another.
I was just thinking that.
I don't know if you guys remember the episode when James was going to go on the road with a traveling preacher, you know, and it was his friend, and they was going to work out a deal where JJ then was and that episode it highlighted that this level of charlatan effery and foolishness is unfortunately it's been mixed up with the church for forever. And we see it in white and black churches, you know, the putting the hands on you and the healing and late, if you stay up late at night and turn to certain channels, they got a prayer cloth and this, that, and the other. But I blame people. I blame people for real. Yeah. I've been saying this for a long time. A person is smart, but people are very stupid.
You do say that.
The same games that worked for tyrants, you know, like Hitler and Mussolini and Donald Trump, dare I say, Donald Trump appeals to the masses. If Donald Trump sat down with an individual, you can see through his bullshit. But a funny thing happens when you get a bunch of people in a room, groupthink takes over, and people want to believe. They want to, and ministers of prosperity, like this guy seems to be, they prey on the mindset of the weak because they know. We talked about black people a minute earlier in this show. We as black people, unfortunately, we like our preachers to be prosperous. We think that somehow they're more favored by God if they have the rings on the fingers and the big house, this, that, and the other. And so this level of charlatry has been going on for years. And so this wouldn't get practiced if it wasn't for the people being willing to be fleeced. And so I've said 1,000 times, you could never catch me with that. I don't believe for one moment God operates that way, you know, and from that filthy ass Pope all the way down to that dirty ass preacher in our neighborhoods, I don't believe in any of you. But this passing out and people watching and this, that, the over, he's getting away with this because we continue to allow. How many different ways are we going to be fleeced? How many different parking lot funds we're going to continue to fund? And how many times we're going to tolerate plates being passed through the audience? And are we seriously going to believe he has some knowledge of bills, this, that, and the other? Stop it. But I blame us more than I blame the preachers because there's an old saying I'm going to end it with. When you see a fool, you bump their MF head.
Yeah. And again, Ms. Tori, you brought up a good point about, you know, I mean, the trick. No, I think one of y'all said it about being a magician. Devin, you said that, right? And that's the thing.
Yeah, Devin said it.
And Miss Toria said that she was thinking it's a rehearsed skit. And that, you know what, that would probably even be more respectful because you know you're being entertained.
Right.
But the problem is that no, those people are not even in on this a skit. At least you know when you're getting a trick, at least the girl who's getting the knives thrown at her, she know that the knives are coming out the back of the wheel. But no, these people are putting on for the other people.
Yep.
Knowing that they don't have that man ain't had a job in probably 8 years. Getting food stamps on what check? You ain't got no job, Tommy. I mean, come on. I mean, Kenny, what's your thoughts?
You know, Brother Black hit it out the park, and then Sister Debbie too. But you know what's funny, man? We can sit here and be mad at Trump about all the shenanigans and shit he pulled, but we got pastors been pulling them same shenanigans in the church for decades. And when you really think about it, just looking at this video, I've been privy to a lot of that. And I think when you become of age and when you become your thought process is you look at things differently. Again, I grew up in the church, and I'm not sitting here throwing shade at the church that I was brought up in. I love it, but I also know that there were certain things that just didn't measure up. It didn't make sense to me. This video is one of those examples of this seemed like this was a skit. I don't believe that. I believe these cats got in cahoots before this service, and they said, this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna pick you out because you know what? We are so gullible as a people most of the time when it comes to religion. We gonna believe it. Oh, he got a blessing with my name on it. Oh, I'm gonna get in line so he can prophesy to me on my life.
Right.
And you are the God was gonna give you your signs, not this man. So I don't know, man. like I said, I just laughed at it when I saw it because I've seen it millions of times.
And you know what's gonna happen? And you know what's gonna happen? Sorry to cut you off, Ken, because it's happened to multiple people that I know of, where the church has told them that they have things coming to them, and then when they ask God, "Where is mine?" He'll say, "Well, have you been paying your tithes?
Yeah.
Have you been paying your
Yep, that's true.
Have
That's
you
true.
been back?"
Yep.
God come when he's supposed to, not when you want him to. Like, there's gonna be a billion reasons why I ain't got my check.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're right. That's true.
And you know, this behavior is almost like those abusive relationships that you don't want to get involved in because you don't want the other folks turning on you.
Right.
Because we really got our thumb on these preachers now.
Right.
But it's hard when you start getting at them. The folks that's doing the falling out and stuff like that, they get mad at you when you come and for them. And it's like, okay, y'all. Well, then don't call me because you want to borrow $20. I'm gonna tell you go get it from that joker that's had you passing out. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm only dealing with people that I have a relationship with. I'm not here to try to help folks that I don't have a relationship with because you might try to slit my throat because I'm trying to show you that this dude a fraud. But you know what's so funny else? Even with those type of relationships, some of y'all know it and y'all don't care and y'all still want it because y'all toxic. So again, I'll help people, and I mean I'll help you. I'll give you the truth, but some of y'all don't want it because y'all been raised with it, and you don't know any other reason why. That's why y'all bail them out of jail. That's why y'all cooking for them, fellas. That's why y'all got to go pick her up after because she tell you gotta be home. Again, some of y'all just want it. So again, I'm not fighting for those that want it. If you want to pass out, fine. And then you get up and you stay broke. It's what you say. You can take folks out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of some folks.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's the same. You can plug in church. You can plug in toxic relationships. All kinds of things. So who's the problem? Everybody. But the biggest one is the one that don't know how to let go. When it's time to let go, y'all, that preacher only doing what y'all letting them do, as Black said. So again, if it is what it is, then y'all take it to the bank. But just know the check gonna bounce when they get there. What you say, Mr. I call them carnival bank markers. Yeah, preachers going to town doing foolery.
Doing this foolery, right?
Yeah. So again, y'all, we can't help everybody, and I ain't trying to. And so it is what it is. So. All right. Well, I got one more thing for us, and it's going really good, man. I just so love our conversations. I really do. I appreciate it. So, I have a question.
Yeah, we good down here.
Yeah. No, listen, brother, I'm gonna get this thing right for you. I'm gonna make sure you. They ain't gonna treat you like no Gen Z. So I'm just teasing. I'm messing. So listen. Oh, that's not what. See, that's what I see. Y'all to fire me for doing that. That ain't what it's supposed to be. That's funny. So my question today was about therapy. And how do we feel about therapy? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of times people have their opinions about therapy. And I want to know y'all's, whether it's couples, individual, family. What do we think? Because I kind of know as a community, I know the probably the stigma is changing now, but I have a perspective, and it may not be like y'all, but again, I want to have it with y'all because we talk, and this is a good place for us to talk. This is kind of like therapy for us, you know what I'm saying? Because we get to just talk real good sometimes. So, sister, what's your thoughts on therapy? You know, any kind of.
I'll say that the four of us here, I could say we could probably all benefit for some therapy. And I could also say that ain't none of our ass went to no damn therapy. You know what I'm saying? We deal with our problems right here, put all our business out there and stuff like that. We put that generational curse on our kids, let them figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But everybody here can benefit from it. Telling their kids what I tell my kids, well, you do different with yours. Since I didn't do right with you, and I didn't figure mine out, you make sure with your kids you are a better me, opposed to taking my black behind the therapy. I believe in therapy. I do believe that it benefits people. I don't believe it's a fixer. I don't like when people use therapy as a crutch to cheat, because every dude I know that cheat, the first thing he say is, "Let's go to therapy."
Go therapy.
You didn't want to take your ass to therapy before you did it. You want to go to therapy after you do it. So you're not supposed to use therapy for that reason. But I really believe that a lot of people can benefit from therapy, including people of our generation, because y'all know we still got that stuff on us that we ain't dealt with.
Now, them church folks can show you some therapy, but whatever. Kenny, what you think about therapy?
You know, it's funny, Sister Debbie, Lady D, she always bring it straight with no chaser. But I actually have been to therapy. I was in therapy after the death of my mother.
Okay.
And that was during the time of my marriage to Bridget, peace be upon her. We were going through some rocky times. And I was going to therapy because, you know what, I found out after the death of my mother that I had some abandonment issues from the lack of my father not being there. And with me knowing him, and he abandoned me, never acknowledged me. So I grew up with this, didn't realize I had it until my mother passed away. And then I was like, yo, the only parent I have left is the dude that never really acknowledged me. So so I did go to therapy because I wanted to, wanted our marriage to work as well. Bridget did not want to go to therapy with me. You can't force a grown person to do something they didn't want to do. I didn't hold it against her, but I would say this: therapy is a good thing. But I would say this, and Lady D made a good point. Sometimes people use therapy as a reason to do other ish too, rather than to get it fixed. They use it as an excuse or a crutch. But I do think that we as Black folks, we really do need to look at doing therapy because we got a lot of emotional things that we've probably never dealt with. Yeah, that we need to deal with it.
Yeah, and I want to be clear. I'll say that in a minute. Black, what you think about therapy? Because I got one more round robin question.
I absolutely love this question, and there's not enough time for me to go into too much detail. I do. On a serious note, I agree with Lady D in the sense that us four right on this panel, this is therapeutic. Coming here every week and laying out who we are, and for the viewers who watch this, you've come to know us in ways that you probably never would have expected.
Right? Yeah, true. Right,
and it's been therapeutic in many ways because we take for granted that everybody has somebody to talk to. Me and my nephew, we're real close, and we talk about this all the time. We take for granted that when this camera go off, everybody has somebody they can turn to. We can head into the holiday season, which is traditionally one of the most depressing times of the year, and believe it or not, there's many people that don't have that person they can turn to. And so we're facing a lot of this shit on our own.
Yeah.
How I feel about therapy? Do I think it's beneficial? Yes. But the problem is, which we've been talking about generations, I don't necessarily know if I can buy into it in the sense that so much has changed in terms of the thoughts and traditional things that I value. I don't necessarily know that I would trust a therapist to provide me the information. So my reliance is upon you guys. And I've said this before.
Yeah.
I mean this in the truest sense. I lay my soul bare so that I can sleep quietly at night because you get to see all of me, the warts and all. And I'm very fortunate in that I have a platform that I can be my authentic self. And also I have good, sound people in my life that I can have real conversations with where they know all about who I really am.
Yeah.
But is it a good thing? Because for the younger generations, we've been talking about the Generation Z. This is generations Z and X. They haven't been taught the coping skills that we have. And so for them, maybe it is a good thing, but I just fear that in some ways we've thrown the baby out with the bathwater when it comes to good old-fashioned traditional things that for me, I don't trust myself sitting on somebody's couch, although I think I could benefit from it, but I don't necessarily know that they would share the same morals and values that I do to give me good advice. And so I trust you guys more. you know, to tell me, you know, things, and for me to be able to share that with you. And I feel fortunate that I got people that can say, no, maybe you should look at it this way. Now, to Kenny's point, could it have saved my marriage? Probably. I wasn't mature enough at the time to know enough in my pride to turn to that. And so I have some regrets about that. But is it a good thing? Yes. But for me, there's still reservations.
Cool. Okay, good. And definitely, Carol, definitely, our condolences to what you
definitely.
and Victoria were going through. And I thank you for sharing for 100%. I'm gonna tone down my perspective then, because just hearing from you all, I don't want anybody to think my position about therapy is a slight to anybody that has it. Because I will say, I did go. Me and my wife went. You know what I'm saying? And for us going, my personal opinion is I know myself well enough. I don't need nobody to tell me what I know about myself because I'm honest with myself. So for me, I didn't feel it necessary because I know who I am. Like, I don't lie to myself. I know who and I'll tell you who I am. I think because I hope people know who y'all see on this camera. I turn it off. Y'all see my kid. They know I'm the same way. And that's just who I am. And so for me, I do think it so here's my next question to everybody. Sister, y'all, then what's the purpose? Because I saw, sister, you say people are using it and to manipulate. So what do you believe the purpose is? Because again, I saw some purposeful things from what Carol just said and what Toria just said. Those things have purpose, right? So again, to you, what would be the purpose of therapy? Because I've heard some good stuff from everybody.
Can I answer that?
I'm gonna let everybody answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I want everybody to answer that question because I want everybody to hear everyone's perspective because maybe we can come up with the sum of all things.
Right.
I think for everyone on this panel, and y'all can correct me, of course, if I'm wrong, I think a lot of wisdom came to us as we got older, right? I think it took for us to go through a lot to finally realize who we are, why we are, and where we went wrong and what we could have did better. But I truly believe in my heart that if I had gone to therapy much sooner in my life, I would have made a lot better choices. Because I feel like a therapist, the right therapist, as Carol and Toria have said, would have really helped me figure out why I was doing what I was doing, why I was going in the wrong path, honestly, making the wrong decisions. And they could have let me know that I had daddy issues and I had mama issues and I had abandonment issues and issues dealing with abuse that I never did. Like, I think I could have figured all of that out and realized that the path that I had chosen, because it's all I've been taught and all I've known as far as what to allow from people, I feel like I could have made better decisions if I had gone to therapy.
Fantastic. Kenny, what, and again, you've benefited from it. So what, in your position, what is the purpose of therapy?
I think it's giving you an avenue to express yourself, and I'll be honest with you, I need to be back in therapy at this point, just because of some of the losses that I've taken in the last couple of years that you all are aware of. But I would say that for me, it's been hard for me to express myself with anyone, even with my own mother. So to be in a position where I can talk about some things that I have dealt with. I think for men, and I'm saying this to men because men, we have an issue. We have problems with a lot of times with opening up because we feel like that will come back and be used against us, especially if we with a woman or whomever you have an intimate relationship with. I think therapy would be good for you to just express yourself and not feel like that you're going to be judged or you got to be on the defense. Because a lot of times with men, we feel like if I say this, then I got to get ready to be on the defense because I already know she get ready to come at me. You know, in therapy, it's not like that. And the therapist I had, it was funny. It was a woman, and she made me feel very comfortable, which I really was uneasy about that at first because I was like, oh, she a woman. I don't know if she's gonna really listen to me to understand how I'm feeling at this point. So that's my thoughts on it. So
right on. Go ahead, Black.
So Brother Kenny laid out all of the reasons why I think it's beneficial and what the purpose of it is, to find a safe space to be comfortable enough to open up to give your real thoughts and feelings and be vulnerable. I think if everybody could have that, the world is a better place. Now, this is where I share my view with you, Brother Brenton. I don't feel like I need to go to someone, a licensed therapist, to tell me that, because I believe that I genuinely know who I am. Having said that, now, I feel like I've been able to bypass the need of a therapist because I've always surrounded myself with good friends. Most of my best friends in my entire life have been women. And to Brother Kenny's point, I've been blessed to be able to be vulnerable with my female friends and for them to tell me the truth. This is where we need to redefine friendship. True friendship is not telling you what you want to hear, what you like. Yes. I've been blessed to have friends that tell you what you need to hear.
Yes.
And I've been blessed to be in a position that right now I can be going. I've done this I've been riding around, and I'm in that place where I've been fortunate that I've had someone to call, and in most cases it's been a female friend that I can open up and be completely vulnerable about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And they're going to give it to me, in Kenny's words, straight with no chaser. Now, in order to be able to receive that, this is where I share that view with you, Brother Brenton. You have to be willing to be able to accept criticism about who you are, your faults, And so for me, I feel blessed that I don't feel like I need to go to an outside source. I prefer it coming from someone who knows me and could give me direct criticism and advice about who I am, because they know my story, what I've been through. Now, surely I have other things that probably should be dealt with, but Captain Kirk said in one of his movies, when Cyborg wanted to take his pain away, he was a therapist, and make them feel better. And Captain Kirk says, I need my pain. That's what makes me me. And I feel that way genuinely. My bullshit of a father who I've never knew, fuck you. I don't need you. And I don't need a therapist to tell me I've missed anything without him. I turned out just fine in my estimation. I don't need anybody telling me what parts of me have missing, because that low down, lazy, no good son of a bitch, I hope you're suffering with canker sores right now. I don't need you to tell me that. And I'm just kidding, y'all.
No.
But I'm
you're not.
I mean, in the sense, I hope you're not. I'm saying he needs to suffer, but I mean in the sense that I don't never even think about this dude.
Yeah.
I love who I've become, and despite of that, and I've survived brothers dying, a marriage. I need my pain. It allows me to be my authentic self, and I have been a psychiatrist for many, many people because of the journey I've been on. So my friends are able to call me just this weekend and tell me things that they would never tell another soul, because I don't judge. I'm going to give you authentic, honest advice, that things you want to hear, that you want to hear, but that you need to hear, and it's reciprocal. And that is where I feel I'm blessed.
I second guess myself about this Black Love series topic, because I didn't want to wait, but I should have waited. And I think when we do Black Love series, I'm gonna bring this back up again, because there's a lot.
Please, I think there's a lot more that we need to unpack.
Yeah. No, 100%. Because again, it's been on my list for a long time. I was like, man, we need to get it because there's so much about that. But I just want to say this: I respect everybody for everything they've done, and I want to also say, spiritual counselors are not therapists, and therapists are not spiritual counselors either. And again, everybody gets it wrong, and it is true. You do need to find the right person. No, I can't because I'm gonna take a rabbit hole. I don't want to take. I'm gonna say this topic again because I got more stuff I want to bring. I didn't know it was gonna get this rich. And
we could do a 2-hour show probably.
Absolutely
on that.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, I think we should go because of the momentum in that one. I think we're gonna go ahead and do a Black Love series. Monday.
Please, I'm there.
Yeah, and I want to start with therapy because I don't want to go some places because again I want to talk. You know what I'm saying? And this is again that's why I don't need them because I know and I'm clear. I'm 100. Listen, I know. Listen, anyway. The woman can't
you know it's funny that you say you don't need them, Brother Brenton, but I really think you do.
Well, again, I hear you, and I won't
to challenge you on your point.
I was going to say I don't know if you need it,
y'all
but there's a benefit to having an outside
source
view
that don't really know you,
and that's
what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm going. That's why I'm going to talk more about this because again, that's the thing about something that I have that is unmeasurable that I've had since I was a teenager.
I feel you.
That's that Capricorn trait.
I feel you.
That's that Capricorn energy.
Okay,
I feel you.
Okay, we're gonna do Black Love series. I'm gonna go back and listen to this,
I feel you.
And I'm gonna gather some more things because I think there's something important that I think most of us don't realize that we need to make more of a priority. And I don't think we've honed in on it. Okay, so we'll talk.
We still got to do our sports picks though, right?
Yeah. No, forever. End of the day, no, nothing changes. Listen, this is our show. We do what we want to do, right? We do what we want to do. So okay, then I'll hold off on the rest of what I want to say until we do this next week. Yeah, but thank you, Carl. Thank you, Toria, for sharing. Yeah, we're gonna get into this thing because I think some things we can only bring out the way we know how to talk about it, only the way we know how to talk about it. So I want us to talk about it some more. Okay, you ain't going out of town next week, is you, sister?
I'm going for the weekend, but I'll be back.
That's all I need to know. All right,
that's all we need to know with you.
Yeah.
Libra,
all right. We're doing Black Love series next week, and I'm gonna start with therapy. I may just make that a whole thing, and we just have multiple areas to go in, like kind of we did that Diddy thing, because I think this is really good, and y'all went in there for me, and so I was like, oh, that guy, we got a lot of meat on that bone. I think. Right. A lot of meat on that bone.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. I got Black. I got yours right. Yeah, it is standing on business. Now, I hope you ain't
standing on business. You know, one of those Gen Z terminologies that they say. Standing on business. And so what brought this subject alive for me was the polarizing figure Boosie Badass. Love Boosie.
Lord have mercy.
Yes, indeed. And he elicits that reaction because he is an acquired taste. I happen to be a big fan of Lil Boosie. You know, and he got in a little hot water recently because he went on a show called Caresha Please, where he was talking about his daughter and what was perceived as a homophobic rant. And he talked about how he wanted to keep her away from his other children because he didn't want her to poison them, so to speak. And then, of course, you know, the social media did what social media does. You know, how could he say that? And this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And it turned into a whole thing. And one of the things that I love that happened, Marlon Wayans, and if you haven't watched his one-on-one special in Club Shay Shay, it was more interesting than I ever expected it to be. It really enlightened me to who he was. Well, he ended up speaking out on this because if you don't know, Marlon Wayans has a trans child. And he said, while everybody was calling Boosie toxic and this, that, and the other, I love what Marlon said. He said, it's not toxic. He said, give that brother time. Give him some grace. Now, of course, Boosie came back and he, after all the backlash, he said, well, he put out to his daughter, never meant to hurt you, and posted pictures, and that's daddy's baby, and this, that, and the other. Now, why am I bringing this up and calling it standing on business? This part for me is not whether you agree with Lil Boosie or not. what I respect about him is he stands on his views, whether they're popular or not. Many times he's spoken out against what he believes and what people classify him as homophobic. He's talked about Dwayne Wade and this, that, and the other, and it's not been popular. He doesn't hide from it. He doesn't run from it. He stands on that is his beliefs. And it got me to thinking about what it means to be a father, because me and my nephew was just having a conversation recently, and we were talking about what it means to be a father. For so many people out there, they think fatherhood means being your children's friend. And I want to extend this to Lady D as well, because from the little bit I come to know about you, you've had to wear that hat as father as well. And the thing of it is, I wanted to say this to parents in general, that being a parent is not about being your child's friend. It's about setting a bar, setting a standard, and being consistent with that. And you don't always have to agree with your child. We're not put here to I agree with, because if you find yourself agreeing with your child, you're going to be fluid, the same way their sexuality is, and constantly change with the times, and whatever's popular, go with that. Folks, I want to share this with parents watching this, and maybe watch this in hindsight. It's okay to believe what you want to believe. Groupthink is a real thing. Sometimes it's okay to be standing out here going left when everybody's going right, if that's what you believe in. Because at the end of the day, what he did was he made sure that he let his daughter, son, whatever you want to call it, know that I'm still your father. I don't share your view on your sexuality, but I didn't mean to hurt you. And it ended there. It didn't go any further than that. He didn't play it out in the media like a Brian McKnight situation, or what's his name, Master P situation, or whatever. It didn't get ugly. And I truly believe with every fiber of my being that this is a father who loves his children, but he has his own set of values and views when it comes to homosexuality. And being the parent of a child that is sexually fluid, I share those values and views. My son knows that if he walks through this door, there's a standard that you have to come to this door with. I'm going to love you regardless. That's my role. But also, like an immovable tree, you know where I stand on certain things. So whether it's yesterday, tomorrow, or 10 years from now, Pops feels this way because I'm not your friend. So I don't share your social media friend values, and I don't float with you. And I'm not going to dap you up. And we're not partners. And you can't call me bruh. I'm your pops. I'm your father. And I believe what I believe, and I'm entitled to believe that. And so in that sense, I invite all parents to stand your ground on your values, on your morals, because guess what? The same way this shit that they call fluid flows to and fro, there may come a time when they come back to whatever that is. They need to have some sense of knowing that you are stable, you're constant, you're immovable in your views and your values, and that they can depend on mom and dads to believe this, and this is the standard. And if you do that, we don't have to agree with each other, but there can still be love. So I invite all parents to stand on business.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. That's a way to end the show like that, man. Oh man, listen. Well, you've done a great job, listen. We have hit the ground running. Second show back from I guess our season, fall season. So, but I'm already ready to start Monday show.
You already itching. Already,
man. When I tell y'all, I got so much I want to talk about now about next week. So I think it's good. I love hearing from us, and I love going back and hearing, because again, we just being honest. And the internet can't trick that. You can't trick me. I'm honest, so you can't get me. All right, listen. Final thoughts time. Again, y'all, great time. Sister, you make sure that plane come back on time, so get this done.
I know, right? Yeah.
And listen, take some of that vacation money. Go on up there to Best Buy.
Right.
I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing.
Right.
No problems. I need to hear from my family on Monday now, because I got something to talk about. So we're helping the people now. They don't even know it. Kenny, I know you got. Give me your final thoughts, brother. Always good to hear from you.
Always love being with my family on Monday nights. First of all, I gotta say, Miss Toria mentioned it. Let me say thank you, Miss Toria, CC, my good brother Steve Jackson.
Yes.
Thank y'all for watching. Continue to support TFG tonight. Like, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and share this to your social media platforms. I got to do the marketing part for me since Brother Brenton doesn't do that marketing. So I'm the marketing guy.
But I'm honest, I don't do it. I don't do it.
Yeah, I'm the marketing guy. But I would say this: we did lose two. We lost two sports legends. Yep. Some may not consider Dikembe Mutombo a legend, but he is. Former Georgetown Hoya under the late John Thompson. That was a center university. When you talk about great centers, Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, and Dikembe Mutombo, where we lost him today at the age of 58 from brain cancer. So want to send our condolences out to the NBA family. Mutombo with the finger, you'll never forget that. And what he did for Africa, for Congo, his country. That is so much more than him being a basketball player. If you hadn't read up on what he's done, make sure you read up on that. Also, MLB lost a legend, Pete Rose. He died today. They found him dead tonight at the age of 83 in his home in Las Vegas. He had a controversial career after the betting rumors. No, he has been banned from the Hall of Fame. So he probably will go into the Hall of Fame now after his death. So we lost him today, a couple of hours ago. So just want to give a shout out to them. I just want to say the dash. I always say this: live that dash, live full and die empty, man. That dash is very important because we all got an appointment with that to the right of that dash. So love the ones that love you. Don't even trip on the ones that don't. Don't even give them your energy and your attention. Just continue to do what you do. And also, tomorrow, it's October 1st. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If y'all know me, most of y'all know me, I lost my mother at the young age of 53 to breast cancer, stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. It'll be 19 years this month in October that she's been gone. So I want to say to all women, to my lady, I know Lady D, you're in the medical field, so I know you taking care of that. Y'all make sure y'all take care of them breasts. Y'all get those breast checks. And if y'all will do your good brother a favor, wear something pink in honor of my mother this month. It ain't got to be nothing special. Wear something pink in honor of my mother. And also, I lost my pops. I had my issues with my pops, but I lost him in this month too last year. So October is going to be kind of a roller coaster month for your boy. So y'all just keep me lifted up in prayer. So that's my final.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Right on, man. Golly, man. I've grown. Cause that one, that's good, man. Yeah, most definitely.
You try to be petty.
No. No. I'm old enough to know better now. So thank you. No, that was good. No, I love y'all for real. Sister, appreciate y'all always.
I love Kenny, but I want to speak to my women for a minute, just for a second. Y'all come here. Women, in our relationships, we need to always act like a lady. Treat our men with care and compassion. Be loyal. Be faithful. You know what I'm saying? Be supportive. And just do the right thing at all times while you're in this relationship. However, if this fool don't want to act right, or if he want to get out there and start slinging ping, don't be a cheater, but you can be a cheater backer. And it's okay. I don't give a damn what he think, but stop sleeping with him. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to leave this segment in the words of Cardi B. It ain't no fun when mama got the gun. Cuss his ass out today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Word of the day.
Oh my goodness. I should have.
I'm sick of you. Oh my God. You know what? Cheetah backer. Really?
Cheetah backer.
Cheetah backer.
I'm telling you, cheetah backer.
You got to get a t-shirt made with that now.
Wasn't that a jump rope? Acrobatic soda cracker, cheetah backer.
Cheetah backer.
All right, holla backer. Okay, well, all right. Anyway, my brother, Purple Nurple. Let him have it, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it positive, even though I could talk about her dick sucking lips. I'm talking about Cardi B, just so you know, because I believe her head game is 8.0. But anyway, I'm gonna leave her alone.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep it positive. Look,
we do need therapy. I know. Yes, we do.
yes, we do.
Evan need therapy.
But
don't talk about it.
I want to end it on somewhat of a positive and serious note. With all of the deaths that's been happening, and I don't know if we mentioned last week with Tito Jackson also.
Right, Tito
from
Jackson.
Jackson 5, he passed 71 years old. And so that, with the Kimber Mutombo, Rose, and you even had some other deaths as well.
Frankie Beverly.
I want to talk to, so this was for my brothers. We heading into the fall season. Get your doctor's appointments. Don't put it off towards the end of the year. So this is just more of a reminder. We as men, we're programmed sometimes to say we are all right. The year go by quick and a lot happens in a year. I'm imploring for my men in particular, and Lady D being the medical professional on the show, we need doctor's appointments. Get things checked. It's amazing how we can make sure that our cars have 24s and 28s and all that kind of stuff. And we make sure, that the roof gets fixed and this, that, and the other, but we won't take care of this vessel. That's us. Mm-hmm. And I want to encourage men right now. I got to get through this week. It's the toughest week of my year, the busiest week of my year. And I've already got my doctor's appointment set for mid-October and November to go get our cancer screenings, our colon screens, all of those things, even the dentist. My big fat ass is missing teeth. It's time for me to go and see about them removing some of these wisdom teeth. There's things we need. While we're wearing gold chains around our neck and whatnot, some of you sons of bitches need to fix your grill and make sure you're not howling in people's faces with halitosis and whatnot. And so I'm just telling you,
positive.
I am being positive for my brothers. Take care of that vessel. We only get one of these things. And we don't know how long we get to live in this. And lastly, get a black doctor. Get somebody that understands our plight. These little pings and I ain't going to talk to you. Fuck these people. Get you a black doctor who understands what you eat, what you drink, and what's pertinent to you, so that you can help be here a lot longer. Yes, I said. Man, see, y'all making me laugh, and I was trying to be serious.
I mean, for a nigga,
oh man, you know what?
For a nigga to say he doing something positive, I sure ain't see what the negative stuff. Good Lord. Oh my goodness. Okay, buddy.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Lee Black can only give you positivity like that. And I mean, for sure. Yes, Lee will always.
You're right, CC. No doubt.
Goodness.
No doubt.
I don't know if it's straight or crooked, but he's just gonna give it to you.
A special shout out to Miss Carol. Thank you for the blessing.
Yes, no man. Yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate her.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Thank y'all. And again, I want to give a condolences to a local celebrity here in Fort Worth. Man, his name was Sam Putney.
Sam Putney passed away.
Yeah, man, he died.
Oh man.
Yeah, so he's a local.
Maverick game. I wonder, that was quick.
Sam Putney was that dude, man.
Yeah,
I gotta look him up.
Yeah, he was a radio personality. Black
he was a radio person.
104, and it kind of basically like how they inspired the way I produced this show, man. It's kind of because it's just that's how they do, man. They were a family.
Ricky Smiley took over his.
Right. I mean, when you think about radio morning shows, they were like kind of the springboard of what you hear now in morning radio shows. Sam Putney, Skip Cheatham, Chris Murphy. Arnold. Skip Murphy. I'm sorry, Skip Murphy, Nanette Lee. Yeah, Chris Arnold. Yeah, man. Yeah. I didn't know Sam Putney passed away, man.
He did. Slammy Sammy. Yep. I actually bought one of them CDs. But anyway, so just all that, man. But again, I'm ready for next week. That's gonna be good. But I know, man. My hands are really getting numb. Like I'm ready. I'm sorry.
I'm sure we'll hear about it in the chat. You're gonna post
Yeah,
it in
will.
the chat, so we'll see.
I'll give y'all the
already
questions
know.
so y'all can ponder. I don't want y'all to wait till the last minute. I want y'all to think about it really good. Yes.
Right.
All right. So quick question. So I know Kitty gotta get out of here. Can you ever think of a time when minding your business may have become dangerous? Because I know, Devin, you really mind your own business. You say it all the time.
Minding my business,
and I don't know if that's that's
minding
sarcasm.
my business has become dangerous.
Yeah, has it ever become dangerous when you've ever mind your own business and it can kind of get a little dangerous for you?
It has.
Okay, what please?
We had a
really?
crazy that just got arrested. He was going through the neighborhood with a machete and a gun. He's in jail now. But when the cops came to the door, I said, I don't know nothing. I ain't see nothing. I don't know nobody.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's a good one.
Well, there you have it right there. Then
everybody ride with that one?
Yeah, I'm riding with that.
Ride with that one. Okay. Well, listen. Speaking of riding, then let me see. Somebody else got something to say. She said, yes, it has. Okay. Make a flyer sort of that we can share. Okay.
Oh, she's talking about next week's show.
Yes.
About
okay. All right. Let me talk to my fly guy. Let's see if he can make a flyer. It may be on scratch paper. Maybe on some construction paper, but something. I'll get my son. I don't know. Yeah. I'll have it for you, Miss Tori. Give me a deal. All right. Well, listen. Speaking of money, let's take a look at this and let's see how this work out for this guy.
Oh, that did not work out too good.
Damn.
I don't know. Listen, that's horrible, man.
Yeah. That's more than horrible.
Yes.
That's more than horrible.
Damn.
And then that face plant, man. I hope that engine wasn't hot. I really do.
No, I definitely hope it wasn't either. Good Lord. Gee, that look like a cartoon. You see that stuff in cartoons, bro.
That's exactly right, bro. Again, I feel sorry for the brother. So again, I know we do our best minding our business, but sometimes y'all need to have somebody looking out for you. At least
for sure.
While you got your hood up. So again, y'all, we'll see y'all next week, and we're gonna talk about therapy. I think we need to do it, and I think it's some good stuff that everybody got some time in. And again, y'all got some thoughts that y'all want us to bring up in the conversation. Put us in the comments. Exactly. Let's bring it up, and we'll talk about it. Listen, we got about over 100 years worth of wisdom here. So, I know Kenny and Black take up most of that, but me and Devin.
Wow.
There you go, being petty. You talking about me being messy petty.
Maybe 105 years. They still take up more of it.
Yeah. You had like we was with Frederick Douglass or somebody, Negro. What the hell? This Negro over here.
I mean, you the one y'all bring up, good times and all that.
This Negro over here, you putting us back with shipper roll. We couldn't shipper roll. Well,
okay, all right. Now listen, when it serve y'all ready, me and Lee, we old school. We went to school around the same time, players. It's all right.
Oh my God.
We listen to the same music, so it's all good. No, so again, y'all, we're gonna get at it. We're gonna do this thing next week, and we're gonna have some fun, y'all. But listen, that's Kenny, that's Lee, and that's Devin, and we're gonna see y'all on Monday. Peace.
Peace out.